Everyone keeps saying if your business isn't using AI, you're already falling behind. But almost no one shows what that actually looks like in real life. Not demos, not hype, not replacing entire teams with AI. Real examples from real businesses that actually saved time and made more money. My name is Filip, and I'm from Calda, an AI-focused development agency. Over the last few years, we've helped companies use AI in one very specific and straightforward way, to make their business more efficient and increase their profits. They didn't fire people, they didn't rebuild their systems, they didn't go all in on AI, they fixed broken processes. In this video, I'll show you 3 real AI implementations from 3 different industries. For each one, I'll show how the process worked before, where time and money was being lost, how AI changed the workflow, and how the same idea can apply elsewhere. If you're wondering whether any of those opportunities show up in your own business, keep watching. Let's start with an industry nobody expects AI to work in. A local government agency responsible for approving building permits. Yeah, you heard that right. Even governments are adopting it, and they're known for not being bothered with inefficiency. So there must be some serious ROI if even they're interested. Before AI, the construction permit approval process looked something like this. Applicants submitted large document packages. Employees opened those documents manually. They searched through PDFs for required information and then compared that information against regulation documents. Each application contained dozens, sometimes hundreds of pages. Plans, forms, confirmations, attachments, all structured differently. So the daily work was repetitive. Open a PDF, scroll, search for detail, open a regulation doc, cross-check, repeat. If something was missing, the employee emailed the applicant and waited. When the response arrived, the same process started again. That's why approvals took weeks or even months. Not because decisions were difficult, but because finding information and going back and forward took so long. The AI solution removed manual searching. With the new AI solution we built for them, the employees now upload the application into a system that has access to all the relevant regulations. The AI reads the document and understands their structure. Instead of searching, employees are able to directly ask questions like, "Where's the fire safety confirmation? Does this project exceed zoning limits? Which document approves ownership?" The AI answers and shows the exact source in the documents. Missing or inconsistent data is flagged immediately, and a draft approval or rejection explanation is prepared. A human still makes the final decision, but the result was over 50% faster processing, no additional hires, and no growing backlog. However, even though governments are the champions of bureaucracy, this is not exclusively a government solution. In principle, this is a document intelligence problem. Anywhere people process documents, whether they're searching for information, summarizing content, or checking completeness, the same pattern applies. Think legal contract reviews, insurance claims, accounting documents, onboarding paperwork, and internal reporting in small and mid-sized companies. All of these workflows can be handled much faster and more efficiently with AI. And if this solution helps with finding the right information, the next one focuses on making the right decision from a large quantity of data. So the second example is focused on a supplier searching process within a chemical manufacturing company. Before AI, supplier sourcing worked like this. Someone searched for suppliers online, they called and emailed them, they requested samples, they tested them, and if everything looked fine, they placed a first order. From start to finish, this often took months, and mistakes were expensive. Fake certificates, poor quality materials, suppliers that disappeared after the first delivery. The core limitation was scale. Humans could only research a small number of suppliers, so decisions defaulted to whoever was easiest to find or quickest to respond. And spending more time didn't necessarily guarantee a better supplier, but on the flip side, choosing the wrong one always caused damage. The AI solution we developed changes how suppliers are evaluated. Instead of manual searching, the system scans hundreds of suppliers at once. It pulls data from industry directories, registries, and public sources. For each supplier, it creates a profile, company history, certificates, financial signals, online presence, etc. Based on that, the AI assigns a risk score and explains why. It also handles repetitive work, such as CRM updates, initial outreach, and sample requests. Humans only step in when samples arrive. The result is a 70% reduction in time to first usable supplier, lower fraud risk, and a much larger pool of options, making sure the decisions take both less time and take all the relevant data into account. To put it concretely, instead of testing 5 suppliers over 3 months, the company now reviews 40 suppliers in a week and tests only the top 3. In principle, this is a trust and discovery problem, but you see the same pattern applies anywhere a business needs to choose the right external partner from many options. For example, selecting suppliers, vetting subcontractors, screening job candidates, evaluating vendors for large contracts, or deciding which startups or partners are worth working with. Now the third and final example. But before we get into it, let me say this. It may seem hard and complicated. It may even feel overwhelming when you try to figure out how your company could use AI in a way that it actually makes sense. And it is. But this is exactly where we step in. In the link below the video, you can book a completely free, relaxed call with one of our colleagues who knows the ins and outs of AI development. You can simply talk through your company, what you do, and what takes up most of your time, and we will help you connect the dots. Now let's move to the final example in this video. This time it's about making daily decisions based on different types of historical data. Dynamic pricing system for an amusement park company. Before AI, pricing at essentially any tourism company or any other company that faced seasonal or weekly demand swings, weather-dependent attendance, fixed capacity limits, or demand driven by holidays worked something like this. Management looked at last year's prices, they adjusted them once or twice per season, and sometimes they reacted after seeing overcrowded or empty days. That was the system. A common problem: on busy days, tickets sold out too cheaply and the place was overcrowded, and on slow days, capacity stayed unused. Our AI solution doesn't just change the prices automatically. It looks at past attendance, upcoming events, weather forecasts, and how fast tickets are currently selling. Based on this data, it estimates demand for specific days and suggests price adjustments accordingly. And for those who are skeptical and don't fully trust the AI just yet, a human still reviews and approves every update at the end. But the result is simple: higher ticket prices on peak days, better attendance on slower days, more total visitors across the season, and better staffing decisions. To put it concretely, on a rainy weekday, ticket prices drop slightly and attendance rises. On holiday weekend, prices increase and overcrowding drops. Revenue goes up without adding staff or attractions. In principle, this is a demand and capacity problem. So anywhere capacity is limited and demand changes daily, the same logic applies. Now, even though this was a dynamic pricing solution for an amusement park, it can also be applied to event venues and ticketed events, transportation companies, car rental businesses, and more. To be fair, you don't even have to limit yourself to pricing. This can be applied to any business that needs to make fast, ongoing decisions based on many changing factors. Think, for example, hospitals deciding which patients to schedule first, logistics companies rerouting deliveries during peak demand, factories adjusting production runs based on incoming orders, or call centers reallocating agents in real time as the volume spikes. You name it. So, to wrap this up, all 3 examples follow the same pattern. AI didn't replace people, it removed them from repetitive work and bad decision inputs. That's how businesses scale without scaling costs. So, if you're watching this and asking yourself, where does this show up in my own business? That's exactly the right question to ask. If you want to see whether AI could actually save you time or money, reach out and tell us about how you work. If there is no clear ROI, we'll tell you that upfront. No AI for the sake of AI. But if there is a real opportunity, we'll show you exactly where time and money is being left on the table and let you be the judge of it. So, if you're curious to find out whether there is a real opportunity for you and your business to save or make some serious money, click the link in the description and book a short, relaxed 15-minute discovery call. And if this was useful, please do us a favor and like, share, and subscribe. Take care.